I recently told my husband how I was going through some changes, the perimenopause. It's trending, isn't it? Trending, not trendy. And so when I told my husband I was going through these changes, he said, yeah, I'm going through some changes as well. I said, are you, babe? Is it like, it's like sympathy pains, you know? And he said, no. I said, oh. He said, no, I'm gay. I said, yeah, he's not gay. He's not gay, no. We just like to override each other, like trump each other. No, listen, right, because he'll say he's gay, then I say, I'm Dale Winton, and then he says he's a ghost. So yeah, it's a bit dark, isn't it? Sorry guys. Yeah, not really that dark. But yeah, so we love to play games and we do role playing. So it's the only chance I'm going to get to be Prime Minister. So I know. Yeah, so we're having a bit of a spring clean at the moment, and I was looking around the house and I said, husband, that's his name. I said, husband, we've got some real random shit in our house. And he said, yeah, I still love you. I know, he's so good at getting me into bed. Yeah, so I grew up in the 1990s. Did anyone else grow up in the 1990s? Yeah? Well, I say I grew up, I got taller. I got boobs. So, and I was brought up in the 1990s by my dad. And in our household, we were allowed to swear. To be fair, my dad swore for the whole family, which was really kind. And I was so excited when I found Fido. So let me introduce you. So Fido is a money dog, a money box, right? See, little money dog called a Fido. It's a girl called a Fido because I like to be controversial. And I said to Dad, I said, look, Dad, I brought you Fido, a little swear dog. And my dad looked at her and said, oh goodness, Sarah, not more tat, for fuck's sake. And I said, Dad, put 10p in Fido. Anyway, yeah, my dad. So, is anyone allergic to dogs? You have to check, don't you? Are you all going to be all right with Fido, don't you?
Yes.
Not with the sneeze, or shh, yeah, she's quite noisy. And yeah, so when I started dating, I wanted to make sure I didn't date any men that swore a lot. I didn't like that, I didn't find that attractive. So when I started dating Paul, oh my gosh guys, he was a dream. He hardly ever swore at all. In fact, the only time I ever heard him swear was when he said the word bugger. Oh, excuse me. You got any change? No, don't worry. You've got to practice what you preach, haven't you? For those of you who can't see Fido, there you go. Yeah, you're not missing out. Anyway, yeah, so Paul only ever said the B word. So when I found out he was homosexual, it was a bit, yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. I mean, to be fair, he did say he was gay, but I just thought he meant in the happy sense, you know, I'm happy and gay, I'm happy and gay. I thought, oh, that's so sweet, he's happy and gay, because he really got involved with my family and everything, and I'd leave him chatting to my brother, who liked David Beckham, so it was just really, yeah, it was really, really lovely. So I am now married. I didn't marry Paul, obviously. I ended up marrying my husband, and I know it's weird. And so we've been together 16, coming up for 16 years. We've been married 8 years, but for the first 8 years of our relationship, I thought he was never going to propose. I thought he was never going to marry me. And then one day I thought, you know what? Why don't I marry him? in his sleep, right? I know, genius, isn't it? Right? Thank you. So the plan would be, I'd wait for him to be in this really deep sleep. Now, he claims he's not a very deep sleeper, but you men, you don't half-fib, do you? Oh no, darling, I've never thought of us dogging, you know. So I'd wait for him to be in this really deep sleep, and then I'd sneak all the wedding guests in, you know, and get them to be really quiet. I'd say, I'd say, think of York. Oh, so quiet. 90s. Oh, so quiet. You know. And then I would hire a ventriloquist to say those words. I do. Bribe the vicar. Or get them drunk. Tomato, tomato. And then when the ceremony is done, I'd wake up husband, let him process it all, because it might take a while, and explain to him how I was feeling romantic, spontaneous. I didn't want to wake him, because that's rude. And he'd say, baby, spontaneous, there's 50 wedding guests in the bedroom, 9 bridesmaids. And I'd say, yeah. Would you want more? Surprise! Happy wedding day! Orgy? So he did end up marrying me, which makes him as crazy as me. And I said to him, I said, what would you have done if I had married you in your sleep? And he said, over my dead body! I said, no, silly, in your sleep! Men, you don't listen. Yeah, so yeah, I said to him, I said, husband, like I said, that's his name. I said, husband, I love us being married because I feel like we're a team, you know, a unit. Yeah, a unit. And ever since then, Derya, he keeps calling me wardrobe. I'm confused if I'm honest, but he'll say, wardrobe, wardrobe. Apparently it's opened many doors. That's a pun. And, yeah, anyway, I'll just end on this. So we were watching Love Island the other week. I love documentaries. And documentary fans in the audience, I can see. So yeah, we were watching Love Island and the husband was just looking at me and he said, babe, you're in half looking like your dad. I said, gosh, I'm so sorry. Does that give you the ick? And he said, no. I fancy your dad. Yeah. Ending on that note, this is like confessions corner for me, so thank you.